Hello and welcome back. I'm so excited about this video because it is one of my most highly requested videos, and that is sourdough cinnamon buns. But I'm taking an extra twist on it and we are doing same day sourdough cinnamon buns. If you haven't noticed, every recipe online is mostly 2 days. It's always leave in the fridge overnight. But what if you wake up and you want sourdough cinnamon buns that day? So I decided to take a little twist on it, and we are gonna have these ready today. It's currently 10:30, so let's get going. I'm a little frazzled today. I just dropped my full carton of milk, splashed myself in the face, but we are gonna keep rolling on this. So firstly, you need your active bubbly starter. Essentially, you could technically use unfed, but it will be better if your starter is bubbly. I'm gonna show you mine. She is like pushing out the top now, so I'm like, I need to get going. I need to get some of her in a bowl or she's gonna be everywhere. So I'm gonna switch the camera around and we are going to get going. I will say is we are going to use yeast for this video. We are going to use one of these yeast packets because that's what's gonna give us the same day cinnamon buns. You can get these at the grocery store and you use them in addition to our active bubbly starter. So let's get started on our sourdough cinnamon buns. Came back to say, sorry, my oven is so loud. It goes on like a fan mode after, I don't know why. So hopefully it will cut out soon so you can hear better. Let's get into it. You know, we always use a digital kitchen scale because it's a lot more accurate when we are dealing with measuring anything sourdough. You can get them on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. You can see the starter is so bubbly. She is ready to go. So I'm gonna put my bowl on my scale and I'm gonna zero it out. We are gonna go in with 120 grams of our active bubbly starter. Oh my goodness. Now our starter can go away. Okay, now we need 240 grams of warm milk. And now we need 1 egg. And now we need 70 grams of melted butter, but make sure it's not hot. We don't want to kill that yeast, so let it cool off a bit first. Then you can pour that in. Now we're gonna do just 1 yeast pack because it calls for 7 grams, so this is 8, so this will do. So we're gonna get 1 of these in there. And now we're just gonna give this a mix before we go in with our flour and salt. You can use anything to mix it up. I'm just gonna use my bread whisk here. Then we're gonna zero out our scale and we are going to do anywhere between 520 to 560 grams of flour. I would probably use all-purpose for this if you have it where we don't want our cinnamon buns to be super like bready, but I only have bread flour because that's what I use for all my sourdough and I'm always stocked up on it. So I'm gonna go in with my bread flour. I think that should be fine. First, I'm gonna add my 8 grams of salt. I told you guys I was very frazzled today and I just spilled flour all over my floor. So let's get that in there. We can remove our kitchen scale. Get it all combined with a bread whisk or whatever you have to mix it up before we get into kneading our dough. Okay, that oven is still going, my goodness. Okay, so I mixed it up as much as I could. I'm going to take the dough out and we are going to knead it for 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, so I greased my bowl. I sprayed some cooking spray in it, put my dough into a tight ball, and now I'm gonna place on the lid and I'm gonna let it sit somewhere warm for anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes and then I will be back. We wanna see this about double. Okay, it has been 1 hour and 35 minutes. And our dough is looking like it is ready. It's really puffed up. Wow. I have my silicone kitchen mat out and here is our dough. It looks amazing. It really puffed up. Wow. There we go. Let's lay it out. Now what we're gonna do is make sure you flour your surface. Take a rolling pin. I know this is a mini one because I got it from a little like cookie cutter set. And I meant to buy a bigger one the other day and I forgot. So we're just gonna put some flour dough so it does not stick, and we are going to get to rolling because we need to get this very thin compared to what it is now with my cute mini rolling pin. I am back with my mixture of 100 grams of butter, followed by about a cup of brown sugar, and about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. I added a little bit of flour to try to thicken it up because it's a bit like watery, liquidy, but anyways, we're gonna roll with it. Now we're gonna spread this on our dough using this, and we're gonna try not to go too close to the border, okay? My cinnamon buns always come out delicious, but I can't promise you that they always come out aesthetic, because they absolutely do not. I'm really not the best at getting that like perfect cinnamon bun shape. I'm gonna try a different technique today, which I will show you, but they always turn out delicious, and honestly, that's what matters, right? I'm going to grease this pan to place my cinnamon buns in. Not sure if it's gonna be big enough, if I'm gonna need 2 or not. There's 2 methods that you could do here. Last time what I did is I folded it up this way and cut it. Some people use floss, which I only have like the floss picks, like the little sticks. I don't have like the loose floss. I'm not sure where it is. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna try a different technique this time. So here's my pizza cutter. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut into strips, and then I'm gonna like actually hand roll it up. So I'm just gonna eyeball. Okay, that's probably way too big. I've never done it this way before, so bear with me. So, I'm just gonna start here, which doesn't have much filling, but I'm just gonna roll just like this. This is so much easier than when I did. I bet it's gonna look better too. Okay, finally I got that like cinnamon bun look. Okay, they actually look amazing. So what I did is I spread them out, and then we're gonna cover, and we are going to let them rest for about 45 minutes to an hour until they are nice and puffy and ready to bake. So I'm gonna bake these, but I am gonna freeze these, and that way I can bake them another time, because there's just no point to bake them all right now. So if you wanna freeze them and have them prepped, just freeze them and then take them out a couple hours before baking. But these we are gonna bake. So I'm gonna cover them, and I will be back when it's time to bake them. They are looking so nice and puffy, so I'm now preheating the oven to 350, and we are going to bake these for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, these have been resting on the counter for an hour and 15, and they are so puffed up. The oven has been preheated to 350 degrees, so we are going to pop these in. If you would rather have more gooey cinnamon buns and then less like bready ones, what I would do is pour in a little bit of heavy whipping cream on top, just enough to cover the surface. I did that last time and they were amazing. So you can skip this or add it, pop it in the oven, and keep an eye on them, 20 to 25 minutes. So let's get them in the oven. I have no words for these cinnamon buns. They are gorgeous. If you made it this far in the video, drop a brown heart below, so I know you found this video helpful, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you would like and subscribe and join the community. I will link my Facebook group below and also my dehydrated starter. Now, let's get into showing you these cinnamon buns. I'm so excited. Guys, these cinnamon buns, crazy, right? They are huge and they are beautiful. They smell amazing. I wish you could smell them through the camera. They took about 30-ish minutes because they're so big. You could have made a lot more and made smaller ones, so they are about 30 minutes in the oven and they look amazing. Now I'll leave it up to you to choose your choice of icing: cream cheese icing, regular icing, glazed, no icing, whatever you want on top. I do make a really good cream cheese icing, so I will link that below, and in the description I will put the whole recipe, instructions, and everything. I really hope you found this video helpful, and while I was filming this today, I was filming another video too, trying something really cool with a sourdough loaf with a super cool inclusion. So I hope you subscribe so you can see that video when it comes live too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!